Second in this friendly series between Lily and Binley. This time we're on Eternal Empire. Oh no, wait, maybe we were on Eternal Empire last time, were we? Yeah. Anyway, not that it matters. Let's zoom out, big picture and all that. So yeah, last time I was a little disappointed that Lily didn't really get anything done with the mutalisks, and it was a little bit mismanaged. So in the end, just sort of sat back with a bunch of mutas rather than getting stuck in. And hopefully there's a lesson to be learned there. That's not what mutalisks are for. They do cost a lot. They're 100, you know, at 100 gas each, you need to be getting some value from them. And you won't get that value using them defensively. You'll only ever get that value if they're on the other side of the map messing with your opponent, forcing, you know, even if your opponent chucks down a bunch of spore crawlers and so your mutants aren't able to actually get many worker kills, do bear in mind, if they've built 4 spore crawlers, well, that's 4 workers that they don't have, and they've spent that money on spores. So, you know, even by just prompting the response, forcing a response out, your mutants have had an effect. And then opportunistically, you can snipe stuff, you can snipe overlords all over the map and just give yourself map control with them, just have them flying around the map constantly, and then they become useful. I'm not sure about this. You haven't any information to suggest that there's going to be like lings coming or anything like that, so I'm not sure about that at all. I'm not sure about building a spine. Even if there were lings coming, a spine here isn't really helpful because the links just run straight past it and kill your worker line. So I don't like it. The expo comes down again behind the expo for Binley, but Lily with this pull first, and I don't know about it. Another spine, I'm not really sure what's happening here. You know, if you're not going to build lings, why go pull first? I don't quite get it. Maybe she was really expecting Binley to put on some early ling pressure and thought, I know what I'll do, I'll build a couple of spines against this, but I don't know. You know, surely have your own lings, and that way you can defend the ling pressure if it comes, and if it doesn't, well, you've got your own lings, you can go and put some pressure on yourself. So not sure about what I'm seeing here. It looks like speed is happening for Binley, but not yet being researched for Lily, so there will be quite a significant advantage if it does come to a ling battle. There'll be a sort of window while Binley's got speed and Lily doesn't. So Ewan coming up now with just 6 lings, and look how your spine's going to help you with this. They're not, you know. So lings, much more useful. These lings are going to come down and should be able to see this off. You've got like sort of home advantage. Now the dance starts where you just kind of muck about and you buy time and you faff about, but Lily needs to get it burrowed. You know, it does take a little bit of time. Oh, that was a very quick kill. What happened there? I don't even know. Speed isn't done yet, and this starts to look just a bit horrible, doesn't it? So the Queen is going to come around. The Queen's going to help. If I'm you and I'm ignoring this, you know, what's the advantage in focusing this kind? Not much really. You're going to lose an awful lot of your lings, and for what you killed a spine, you could have been in the mineral line killing workers, and I'd have much preferred that. So now speed is done. 16 more lings in production, and I think this is just going to be devastating. Speed for Lily is a long way off, so Ewan with the speed and currently the number advantage as well is just going to come in and have a field day. Speed lings, they will trade just so much better. That it'll be essentially painful. So there are yes, this many lings, this many on the other side of the map. There are Binleys coming out as well. This is going to hurt a lot, I feel. You know, if the speedlings don't do it, the Binleys definitely will. There are a lot more lings, however, coming out for Lily. So these Binleys, these just change things, don't they? In they go, and yeah, very few lings left. So on the map, 15 to 18 lings. Ewan has 15, so a slight ling advantage here for Lily, with 6 more in production as well, and speed is actually going to finish up. Now there's no further, there are 2 more Binleys coming with this, and that can change everything. Now it's when you need these spines, you know, one here, right in next to the hatch with the queen in behind it and stuff. Then you might be able to see this off. Needs to move these. You cannot be losing the whole pack. You have to pull 1 or 2 lings off to attack these. That's the way to do it. Yeah, you want to trade, if you can trade 1 ling for 1 Binley, that's a win every time. Oh, that's not good to see. So the Binleys really effective. It looks like with just the numbers, Lily is going to be able to hold for the time being. Obviously though, it isn't over yet, and there are currently 14 lings on the map compared to 7 for Lily. So Ewan is going to come in here again. I don't know what the hesitation is. I would, you know, if you dived straight in there, you've definitely got a window of opportunity. There's queens in production. The roach warren will help a great deal, but you know, carapace is sort of half done for Ewan as well, so that carapace upgrade makes quite a big difference. It certainly makes a big difference when you're playing against Binleys as well. It just means that that splash damage isn't quite so devastating. So yeah, Binley then deciding to wait for a bit, get a bit more of a destructive force together before pushing in here again. And I'm kind of slightly surprised not to see a lot of these be morphed into Binleys, so you can just steamroller in with the Binleys in front. But not yet, not yet. So the hatchery here, you can see is sort of down about 2/3 health or something like that. If you can get the snipe on that, you know, that's kind of game over really. Lily only on 2 bases. Binley with the third kind of on its way. You can see Binley's speed has started, but I'd be disinclined to wait for it. I think I'd get in. And it does look like he's going to go for it here. So he's got the number advantage, he's got the Binleys on his side. It looks to me like this will just be a win. There are roaches coming out, but they're not going to be in time to get very much done. Oh, more roaches. This in the right position, these roaches can be really strong, but there's just too many lings there, too many speedlings running amok. GG.